Hello everyone. Today I am going to present BookMeBot, that is an AI-powered hotel booking assistant. This project was created as part of the Generative AI Capstone Q1 2025, organized under the Google Kaggle GenAI Bootcamp program. The challenge was to demonstrate multiple generative AI capabilities like tool use, function calling, rounding, RAG, agent in the real-world use case. The goal of the project is to build a conversational AI assistant that can simulate a hotel booking experience powered by Gemini Pro, LangGraph, Google Places API, Ticketmaster API, a realistic hotel booking database, and a mock meal planning assistant. The key features that we are demonstrating includes tool calling with structured JSON mode, agent loop using LangGraph, real-world data via API, simulated booking workflow, descriptive conversational handling with memory. In a nutshell, how it will work is the book me bot start with a friendly greeting. It will ask for check-in, check-out, and destination. It will check available room, and upon confirmation from customer, it will fetch tourist attractions, local events, sample meal plan, and will end with a warm goodbye and trip summary. This project is co-authored by Santosh, Arun, and myself, Ulka. And in this video, I will walk you through step by step on how it is built and demo how the assistant will work. So I have will put a link to this Kaggle notebook in the description of the video, and there are some important instructions to follow before you run this notebook. So do read it and follow those instructions. Before we start with with the actual functions and everything, we need to set up. We need to prepare our environment by installing required packages and resolving any conflicts in the Kaggle notebook runtime. It's like things like setting up your AI's workshop. So for this, we need to install Gemini SDK for GenAI interaction. We have to install LangGraph for building the stateful agent, and also LangChain for LangChain connector to Gemini. And we'll also uh, pre-install some Kaggle packages that might have compatibility issues, as well as import some libraries, uh, and then run the debug code. So these are the snippets for importing standard Python libraries, removing pre-installed packages for any conflict, installing the core LangGraph in packages, and then you can run this debug code to check whether it's successfully imported or not. So I have already did this step so because to save some time. And then there is a need to add retry logic code. So sometimes when the external APIs like Gemini are used, you might hit rate limits and might experience temporary issues. So instead of crashing the app, we can retry the field request like how you refresh a page. We can also debug that to see if it's running successfully. Then another important step if we are using APIs is to connect, uh, like to get the API secret keys and then load it into your Kaggle notebook. So we use three keys and stored it in the Kaggle secrets. One for the Google API, another for Google Places, and then for Ticketmaster. So if everything is running, you can run this debug code to check if APIs are loaded successfully. Then the first important step that we are going to do is defining Gemini LLM with LangChain. So this is like the brain of the BookMeBot. It will handle understanding the user intent, deciding when to call tools, and tracking the full conversation context. So here you might need to insert some required missing dependencies. At this stage, I already did it, and you can ignore some of these errors, and you can debug it to see if the model is ready to to be used. After you define the LLM, you have to define the initial chat state. So in LangGraph, everything flows through a shared state dictionary. This is how different parts of your app, like chat node or tool call, communicates with each other. So that's why I call it like a graph. So when we define hotel state using type dictionary, it includes messages that stores full conversation history. It will have booking information to hold specific information like check-in dates and destination, and then the finished state. That's a flag that tells the land graph to end the conversation. And there is another important thing, which is the system message. So you have to instruct the Gemini on how to behave, how to call the functions in order. And also we have added a welcome bot message here. So you can run a debug snippet for that as well to see if everything is working fine. In our use case and project, we are powering our BookMeBot using a realistic data. So we will create a simple hotel booking database using SQLite. So in this section, we'll cover creating the database schema, inserting sample records, and defining some helpful views, and also writing helpful functions to fetch data and test the setup. So I already ran through these commands already. So you can just take a look at it. And so there was a database was created here. Then we also inserted some sample data to our database. And at the end, I will show you. You can run some test queries to see like if your query for location and customer and human other are successfully running. And also you need to connect your DB. So there is a code for that to connect the database from Python using SQLite. So we can run the SQL queries from code. So after you are done successfully setting up your database, for our use case, it's a hotel database. You can use yours, and then we'll step by step define BookMeBot tools. So tools are important. They give BookMeBot real world capabilities beyond simple chat. So you can call a tool to check available rooms or finding tourist attractions using Google API or looking events using Ticketmaster. Or we have also created a mock rack so to recommend meals and um, simulate a real database insertions for confirming bookings. So here each tool is defined as Python function. It is wrapped in a LangChain tool decorator so that we can group them together as tools. So here, before we see the code, the functions, there is one more code, normalize date for just for string formatting the date. You can run that. After that, so this is the first code of check room availability, which simulates room available for popular site cities in our hotel database. Then there is a debug code for that, like every function you can test that. Then you have a function to get tourist spots that uses a Google Pages API to fetch and format the 5 tourist attractions. Or make sure you run the logic in the order of steps that you see in the table of contents for uh, to avoid any issues. Then there is a code for get events where we call the Ticketmaster API and run upcoming events based on the check-in date and location. And then this is a mock rack that we created for daily menu suggestions. So uh, here the uh, the bot will suggest dishes based on the 7 dishes that we have already seeded. And then lastly, a booking confirmation tool for confirming hotel booking that performs a real booking by inserting it into the database and updating the room availability. So this will update the booking order, and you can test it here. So once you are done defining the tools like checking rooms, events, places, meals, at this stage we teach our assistant how to actually call tools for during the conversation. This is called as Landgraph's tool node. It will tell Gemini what tools it can use and register those tools in the tool node, so Landgraph knows when to call them when needed. And this is the code, and you can debug it to check the available tools in the tool node. After defining the tool node, you need a chatbot node, which is basically Gemini's reply logic. This function is the heart of the BookMeBot. It controls how the assistant thinks and responds. Every time the user says something, this node takes the current state of the chat, sends it to the Gemini to generate a response, and returns the updated state. So here is the logic built for our chatbot node. And the last important node is the human node, which simulates the user input. So the land graph is built around the loop of interaction. So far, we have created a chatbot node where Gemini replies to the user, but without a way to receive the user's next input. The assistant can't continue. So this node simulates a human loop where a human can uh, reply to the bot, and it will accept the user's next input, update the conversation state, end the loop if user types quit. And then we need router functions. So LangGraphs lets you build dynamic branching flows using routing functions. These small functions help the chatbot decide what to do next based on the conversation state. So there is maybe exit loop, which decides if the chat should end if the user said quit or exit. Otherwise, go back to Gemini. There is another routing loop, which is maybe use tool. So decide if Gemini wants to use a tool or wait for the user input, like to call a tool or route to a different tool. This is the logic. And maybe route, so it will run between the three nodes, tools, human, and so it will decide on what to do, if to go to a tool or a human or exit it completely. And the final stage where a LangGraph lets us design AI agents like flowcharts or state machines where each node represents a step in the conversation. So this makes your chatbot loopable, context-aware, tool-augmented, decision-driven. So here is a code for the LangGraph conversation engine, where you added all the nodes, you have added the steps, and also the conditional ages like maybe root, maybe exit that we created. And you can debug it to see the mermaid graph. So this is the graph that it created for us. And then finally, we will run this final block or agent block for running the bot. And make sure you so when submitting this notebook, we have commented some part of this code, so please uncomment all the lines before print the statement. So I will run this block, and it initiates BookMeBot agent. It starts with welcome to the BookMeBot. Please share your check-in date, checkout date, and location you would like to stay in. You can use any of the sample text or maybe use your own. Can change it to maybe September 1st to September 5 for London. So it says, yeah, great, rooms are available in London. So would you like to confirm your booking? I said, yes, I want to confirm my booking. And it says confirm. There they provided me with top 5 tourist places in London. It is asking me if I would like to see list of upcoming events. I can say yes. Yes, provide me with the list of upcoming events and a suggested meal plan. If it's already available, I would really be interested in it. Awesome. So it created a list of upcoming events, and also it created a meal plan for me. And then I said, no, thank you. It says like, have a great trip, enjoy London. And then I said, okay, I want to quit now. Since it's done, it replies with thanks for booking with us. Have a safe, wonderful trip. And that's the final run of our agent. And thank you for listening. Do run the Kaggle notebook code, which is given in the description. Put any questions in the chat. Our team is happy to help.